Hello everyone, today I giving the presentation about the Unit 907 Australian Indigenous Perspectives. Firstly, I start with the introduction. In the light of the unit learning outcome 2 and 1, the current presentation focuses on the critically exploring the historical limitation concerning settler transition assesses Torres Island people and Aboriginal people along with the moving to the at the beginning of the conventional custody regarding the unceded waterways and lands have been acknowledged upon which everyone learns. In this regard, profound respect has been offered to the present past of the elders. Educated with the spare of early childhood tends to play formatting and critical role in improving the children's understanding regarding social justice in educational institutions of the West were purposely constructed in order to implement Anglo-centric norms, indigenous perspective, and abandon racial hierarchies, comprehending that appropriate colonial structures effectively continue to operate in modern curriculum. Systematic institutions and policies is the necessary beginning point for genuine decolonized work within the field of early childhood education. This caused in depth intergenerational trauma, which continues to affect the trust of families within educational establishments. Moreover, mainstream education is observed to have traditionally proactive, concealed curriculum concerning racism through the danger regarding a single story and defective discourse. In fact, by observing indigenous children, especially through the lens of perceived disadvantage instead of cultural strength, in settings of early childhood have historically improved institutional exclusion. Internationally, the United Nations Declaration on Rights of Indigenous Peoples confirmed that the requirement for fully informed consent, along with self determination, holds an area of great patriotism in this regard. At the same time, the UNA Convention on the Rights of Children preserves the cultural rights of every child, developing audit benchmarks mainly for educational fairness mainly with the rates concerning indigenous people and children associated with out of home care aggravating top down policy programs that exclude authentic and indigenous decision making show that simulating reconciliation and target setting without significant structural change and community control remain highly effective in dealing with institutional disparities. National policies like National Aboriginal and Torres Islander Early Childhood Strategy and the Alice Spring Educational Declarations are very important. These tends to mandate proper educational equality. However, implementation gaps still exist and the closing the gap annual data comparisons report developed by the productivity commission suggests that around 4 out of 19 social economic targets can be considered to be on the track. That's a very important thing to know about. Genuine decolonization allows teachers to accept professional discomfort and actively replace any deficient narratives initially with cultural strength based pedagogical and disconsent effects. And also the services related to early childhood frequently reduces significant culture inclusion primarily to external festive celebrations and add-on events. Moreover, Adam and Barnes have reflected that early childhood based book collections are excessively monoculture, chiefly with monetary cultures being defected. This can be done through using 8 Aboriginal ways of learning, which include storytelling, mapping, non-verbal expression, as well as social connections. As Leela Watson once said, educators must recognize their role as a collaborator rather than a aid worker who helps. Genuine recolonization requires ongoing reflection, listening to profound community voices, incorporating the knowledge of First Nation practices. And the teachers have a professional and ethical responsibility towards it, and which is very important. These are the references of my all the presentation where I find all the information. Thank you very much.